Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 20 of Serendipity. This one's titled Shopping Date. There was no moment of hesitation between his question and your answer. Yes! His eyes shot up and over to you. Yes, as in you'll consider it? No, yes, as in I accept. His form relaxed and a giant loving smile took over his beautiful freckled face. Really? Of course, you replied emphatically. Oh, I'm so glad. I want you close to me so I can make sure you're safe all the time, he said bashfully. I could never forgive myself if anything were to happen to you. You smiled and reached up to kiss his cheek, causing him to blush deeply. You're gorgeous, Izuku, he whispered happily. The next day was gala day. The program didn't start until night, so Deku had insisted on taking you shopping to get a nice outfit for the occasion. Spending the day with your boyfriend, walking from shop to shop, hand in hand with him, was pure heaven for both of you, and he would blush every time you reached out and took his hand in yours. He wore one of his favourite all-might shirts. It was very old and well worn, but it hugged his toned form in all the right places. Deku had politely asked you to take a seat at a cafe while he ordered you drinks to enjoy while you were shopping, and your eyes couldn't help but take him in as he stood in line. His thick, broad shoulders tapered to a trim waist, then to some juicy, thick thighs. You bit your bottom lip and looked away to compose yourself. Damn, my man's a frickin' meal. You thought ahead to what it would be like living with him, and your mind went straight to the bedroom, the last image being of him over the top of you, naked, panting and sweating as your fingers dragged down his back and his body arched and ground into you. Yin? His voice pierced through your thoughts and you jumped violently, letting out a little yelp of shock. Yin? Yin! Your nose is bleeding! You screamed and covered your face to hide the embarrassment, and he raced off and grabbed some tissues and was back in an instant. Are you okay? He asked as he crouched down and tried to attend to the physical evidence of your dirty thoughts. I'm fine. It's just a random coincidence, you said quickly, as you took the tissues and wiped the blood away. We can sit for a bit if you like. We don't need to rush anywhere, he said, his brows knitting in concern as his green eyes pierced yours with their love. No, I'm fine, you said with a smile. Okay, if you're sure, he said again, standing up and offering you his hand. You took it and he pulled you in for a quick hug and a kiss on the top of your head. Lean on me if you need to, he said as he linked his well-toned forearm with yours. You smiled shyly and walked arm in arm with him out of the shop. As you shopped, you discussed your moving in with him and how things would work. I have a spare room. You could sleep in there, he said with a smile. What if I sneak into your bedroom at night? You asked with a cheeky smile. He blushed and covered his face with his forearm, but you could see just how bright red he had gone from where his forearm wasn't covering parts of his face. You giggled. You're joking, Izuku. He peeked out and looked at you. If you hopped into bed with me... His mouth went dry, and he couldn't talk as his mind flashed images of you in skimpy sleepwear, his fingers tracing your soft curves as you whispered his name. You laughed. He was now sporting a look that looked very similar to what you remember of his classmate, Denki Kaminari, the face he used to pull when he overdid his quirk and went a bit brain-dead. You walked over and kissed him swiftly on the lips. Yin, he stuttered. This was all too much for his poor innocent mind. Breathe, Izuku, you laughed. It's okay, I was kidding. I wouldn't sneak in unannounced. I won't come in unless you invite me. He smiled sheepishly and rubbed the back of his neck while averting his eyes. I will invite you at some point. You grinned. I'm not pushing you. We have our lifetime ahead of us, you said, stepping back towards him and kissing the tip of his cute little freckled nose. Now, help me find something, you whined playfully. This snapped him out of his little embarrassed moment and he threw himself into helping you pick out something to try. You tried on a particularly nice outfit and opened the change room door. What do you think? You asked as he stepped out, looking down at the clothes that you'd put on. You looked up at him with a smile. He was bright red in the face with awestruck eyes. Wow, it's really pretty, he stammered. You look beautiful. You think so? You asked. He nodded emphatically. I like it. I'll get it then, you said, heading back inside the stall. Deku wiped his brow. He was having a hard time seeing you in all these beautiful outfits, showing them off just for him. How was he going to survive seeing you in the same house as him every day? You bought the outfits and headed out with him by your side. Oh, Yin, should I organise for your things to be packed and moved to my place? He asked. I have some good friends in the removalist business. They'll look after us. Oh, that'd be wonderful. When should we organise it for? You asked as you took a sip of the drink that he had bought for you earlier. I was thinking today, he said. You choked on the drink as you swallowed it. Today? That's quick. But he rubbed his arm and looked away as he walked beside you. If that villain comes back. You knew he just wanted you safely beside him at all times, and you smiled. Okay, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable, you said, taking his hand and squeezing it. And there ends Chapter 20. Stay tuned for Chapter 21.